Hey everybody, welcome to KeTohn's Self-Care Corner. Today we're going to talk about Soft Girl Sunday. I'm going to walk through my self-care, skincare slash self-care routine and just tell you more about our Soft Girl Sunday event that we have coming up on February 8th, just in case you're someone that would like to attend, support. So before we start, I will just briefly state that I am the owner of bossbayblog.com and I have a small business shopping directory. So a lot of the products that I wear, use, promote are coming from small businesses that are listed in the directory, or they're products that I've made myself. So I'm just going to share with people what I use for my skincare routine because I get a lot of compliments on my skin. And I just got done doing my skin routine last night. So some of these items I'm just going to show you. The other ones I'm actually going to apply to my face. And while I'm applying them, I'm going to talk about the Soft Girl Sunday event. If you decide that you like what the event is about and you would like to become a donor, you can go to our website. The link is attached to the live. But before we get started with the skincare routine and showing off some of these products from the small businesses that I love and represent, I am going to go ahead and start sharing this to our communities. And if you know someone that likes skincare, self-care, or they're based in the Texas area, you don't have to be based in the Texas area to love the skincare because they ship nationwide. But if you're based in the Texas, North Texas area, you can come and join us for Soft Girl Sunday. If you're able to travel, you can come join us for Soft Girl Sunday. And feel free to let us know what state you're watching from. And if you're a small business shopper or a small business owner or both. In the meantime, let me share this live on Instagram so that everybody can see it. If you're watching from Facebook, you'll have to switch over to YouTube for me to be able to see your comments. I try to go from screen to screen, but sometimes Facebook doesn't allow me to see what people are messaging or typing on there. So hopefully you can do that. And if not, just enjoy the live. Hello. Happy Sunday. Every time I get on live, I have the urge to say happy Thursday. I don't know why, I just do. Because I feel like every day is a day for me to start doing my show, but obviously my show day is on Thursday. Okay, let's get this YouTube channel open for everybody. I'm going to tag my YouTube channel, and also we're going to celebrate a couple of analytics today. I want to say thank you to everyone who has supported me. We are now sitting at we ended the month with 6,600 views, but I'll go back to that in a second. Let me just get back to the live so that y'all can have this link. Okay, give me 1 second. And actually, let me do this because I think when I go off the page, people think I'm not here anymore. So let me just give y'all something to look at real quick. You can check this out while I'm doing that. This is a book that was written by a directory member. His name is Devron Lee, and he's an author in our directory. I'll pop that on there. And this is a show where you can come and be interviewed for free. Motivational talk, dialogues, and show. Hey, happy Sunday. You can come be interviewed for free on this show. And if you decide you would like to be a speaker, then you can purchase a speaker's admission, but you don't have to start off that way. You can start off by just coming to talk about your brand for free. Okay. Now give me 1 second as I share this live, and then we are going to go ahead and get started. I feel like I need some water. Oh well, we'll work with it. Okay, media assets. Okay, there we go. All right. Well, thank you for joining, MJ. Happy Sunday. You are more than welcome to share your business information in the comments if you like. MJ is a member of our directory. She's actually the founder of Travel with MJ, MJ's Teas and Custom Designs, the Queen's Digital Studio, and she just recently launched a wellness brand where she promotes detox teas. So Whenever we have members on the live, I try to do my best to make sure I shout them out when they're in the building. So thank you for joining, MJ. And MJ is also a patron to Boss Babe Blog. So she has donated products, funded some of our upcoming events. Truly appreciate all of your brands. And she's also a client. So she's the best of all worlds. I was going to say the best of both worlds, but that's a lot of worlds. So let's start off with I did my intro. I told everybody who I am. If you have questions, you're more than welcome to ask. But let's get into this skincare routine, and then we'll talk a little bit about Soft Girl Sunday while I'm putting on the products. So the first item that I'm actually showing is something that I made myself. And when I tell you, this stuff does wonders for the skin. Right now, I don't have on any makeup. I normally don't wear makeup. So this is what my skin looks like. I got like a nice natural glow, and that's from the skin routine that I did last night. So this is actually homemade skincare. I should be barefoot somewhere on the farm. That's just how I feel. I love to make homemade products. I love nature. I love taking advantage of what we naturally have. So this is actually a hibiscus scrub that I made myself. It's grounded up hibiscus flowers, and you can add sugar to it, but you don't have to. But I added sugar because I needed a rough exfoliant. If you're someone that sweats a lot, you do a lot of work, or you just gather a lot of sweat, even if you're not moving around a lot, exfoliants tend to help sometimes. Now, I'm not a dermatologist, so make sure that you're getting the right types of exfoliants for what you need. But for me personally, I move around a lot and I work out a lot. I work out every day. I'm running like 2 miles every other day. So I'm constantly sweating and building up sweat. And so for that reason, I need to exfoliate a little bit more often than what maybe the next person might do. So I'll probably exfoliate like 3 times a week, 3 to 4 times a week. And it just depends on how my body feels where I exfoliate. My face, I don't exfoliate as much because it's obviously a little bit more gentle. My body, I will exfoliate a little bit more, but the hibiscus scrub is so natural and like it just moisturizes your skin while you're exfoliating. So hibiscus oil, clove, I think there's a little clove in there, hibiscus blended. And then what else? I think I had like a tiny bit of either soursop or bay leaf in here. Not a lot, but you don't need those. You could just use the hibiscus. So that's the first thing I'm sharing. I'm not putting it on right now because it can get a little messy since they're like real flowers. Even as I'm screwing up the top, you can see it's on there. And then this is like real flowers, so real dye. You're going to have hibiscus juice everywhere. So you got to make sure you do this in a tub somewhere or in a sink somewhere, and you're ready to clean that off when you're done because I don't want anybody damaging their stuff. Okay, the next thing we're going to move to is the serums. I have 3 serums today that I use. I'm going to show you all of them. Sometimes I use them together. Sometimes I use them separately. The first one is the Body Intensive Treatment Elixir. So this helps with razor bumps, friction bumps, fungal acne, hyperpigmentation, irritation, bacterial acne. Use nightly on damp skin or as a spot treatment for the best results. Witch hazel, glycerin, rose water, oil blend, rose hip, vitamin E oil. So this is coming from OM Rose Care, another business that is listed in our directory for the year of 2026. And I have sensitive skin. This is a little bit stronger. I don't use a lot of this on my face, just a little bit. The next serum that we are using is chamomile and niacinamide serum coming from Juicy Malungi Cosmetics. This has chamomile water, chamomile hydrosol, vegetable glycerin, niacinamide, vitamin B3, chamomile extract, hyaluronic acid, preservative germal plus xanthax gum. And then let's see, it protects against sun damage, treats hyperpigmentation, minimizes fine lines and wrinkles, minimizes pore appearance. So that's what this one is. It comes in like a bright yellow packaging, but I think mine over time got a little bit darker, but it works wonders. So I'm going to use it today. So that's that one. The next one that I'm showing, this was one of my that I made before I did the waterproof labels, but this is my NBC moisturizing serum. So it's a skin moisturizing serum and it makes your skin feel nice and soft. So I usually use these serums. I used to use them by themselves. Sometimes I'll, like I said, double them up. So that's that one. And then the next product that we're going to be using is, I don't know if I'm going to put this one on. I might, it just depends, but it depends on how my face feels. Okay, so the next product that we have is going to be the matcha green tea with hyaluronic acid eye cream. I don't know if y'all noticed, but I had some darkness underneath my eyes at one point, and it was really dark, like a lot. And I started using this eye cream, and it's starting to go away. So this eye cream combined with just any face mask, or not any mask, but an eye mask or a face mask can do wonders for me. That's my experience. So I'm not going to put these on yet because I like to moisturize underneath my eyes before I add these masks. But I do the mask first as a like almost like a serum, and then I apply the moisturizer on top because I know that this is thinner, this is thicker, and I really want to get as much of that nutrient that I can. So let's start with, I'm going to start off with this one because even though it's a serum, it feels a little bit like a toner for me. So that's another reason why I enjoy it. It can help with that oiliness sometimes for me. I don't use a lot, even though there's a lot in this dropper. I'm only going to use like maybe 2 or 3 drops. When applying your skincare, you want to avoid towels because of the fungus, the bacteria that can build up. Actually, I'm going to use 4 drops today. And so I either use my hands. There are some other items you can use to apply your skincare, like antibacterial silicone or things like that. But I just use my hands. And that might change, but right now I just use my hands. So I rub it on there like this. And I try to let it fully dry before I move to the next product. And I try to make sure I get all of this. And then I usually try to get my neck too, because I've lost some weight. So in my face, in my neck. So I try to do my skincare for that part too. But we're not going to do the neck today because we'll be here. We'll be here all day. Today is just about showing you guys the routine so you can go check out the products for yourself if you like. I did add 2 more drops. So I try to get the nose area. And I do usually do facial like exercises because there's certain facial exercises that help to decrease fine lines on your face. Certain parts of your face develop like those lines because they're not being exercised. So like not always, but sometimes, because some things are genetic. But like this smile line area, if you do this, oh, looks like I might have a package. But if you do this probably about like 30 to 60 times, then it's going to help with decreasing that area, or it should help. That's what's recommended by some people who practice doing, movements to help with decreasing fine lines. But I do this also when it comes to your chin area. If you're losing weight, like I lost a lot of weight, I practice massaging this area and I move it this way and kind of upward. And I do it on both sides about 20 times. There's also chin workouts you can do to help lose the weight right here. Like if you lost weight and you kind of have like skin hanging. So I've been doing those too. That's all a part of my skin routine. But like I said, we're going to do all of those. So next product we're going to move into is going to be, I'm going to move to the chamomile and niacinamide serum. So this one from Juicy Malungi Cosmetics. Oh, hold on, guys. I might have to check my little Ring doorbell. Oh, give me 1 second, guys. I got a package. I gotta grab that. So let me put y'all on a commercial break so you can learn about a small business in our directory, and then I'll be right back. And matter of fact, we'll do MJ since she's on. She is in the travel industry. All right, guys, sorry about that. I'm getting packages today, so I'm kind of having to move up and down to go open doors and stuff. But okay, so let's move to the next serum, which is the chamomile and niacinamide serum. And this serum is like a little bit thicker, but I enjoy it. I probably used about like 4 or 5 drops. You probably don't need that much, but I like to add my skincare on. I just don't like to be dry. Sometimes I put the serum on my lips. Um, because I don't always use lip balm or like chapstick. I find that when I use a lot of chapstick is that it actually makes my skin feel drier. So I don't do that often. Okay. All right. So this is coming from Juicy Malungi Cosmetics, aka juicy.us. It's spelled differently. It's spelled JUSY.US. That's the website. So if you head to her website and you see items that you like and you find yourself shopping and you spend more than $40, you can use my code KBOSS, all caps, and you can get $10 off your purchase. All right. So I try to rub this as much as I can. And that is that product. Now we're going to move into, let's see, we're going to go into the watermelon moisturizing serum. So this one actually has watermelon extract in it, vitamin C, glycerin, just a lot of nice, yummy ingredients to give your skin that softness. Glycerin is a humectant, which means that it absorbs moisture from the air to help support your skin. And depending on what area you live in will kind of determine how effective it will be, but also what products you use with it. So when you're using products like this that have humectants in them, you want to make sure that, you know, they are moisture packed. And that's why I put the chamomile serum on before I put this one on, because it helps with like locking in that moisture. And then I'm in an area where it can get very hot, but it can also get a little humid, a little sticky too. So it works very well for me. Now you don't have to use a lot of this at all because it'll have you like shining, literally. But I enjoy it and I use it on more than just my face. Sometimes I put it on my hands, my arms. It just helps with keeping things moisturized. So I love moisture. That's really important for me. It helps keep your skin youthful. Okay, and I do put some of this on my lips too, kind of like a chapstick or a lip gloss. You might actually find that some lip glosses have glycerin in them. Try to moisturize upward with my face. Okay. All right. So that's what that looks like. Still have to do my little detangling for my hair today. All right. So now we're going to move on to the next product, which are going to be the eye mask. And we'll let the eye mask sit for about like 10 minutes. And then we're going to move. Oh, I think I did that wrong. Hold on. Oh, no, it's this way. I always forget which way to put the eye mask on, guys. But either way, my eyes still feel soft after I use them. So we're going to put these eye masks on, and then we're going to talk about Soft Girl Sunday. Here we go. So I have 2 more steps left. One of them I might not use. Like I said, it just depends on how my skin feels. But the Shea Aloe Body Butter with Colloidal Oat, this one I've used on my face and my skin, and I love it. And then this one is the Matcha Green Tea with Hyaluronic Acid Eye Cream. That's the one that I was saying has helped me with decreasing the darkness and the puffiness under my eyes. So I'm going to keep this on for usually about like 5 to 10 to 15 minutes. You know, there's a range there, but it just depends on how busy I am and what I'm doing. I usually like to take my time with the skincare and just like let it sit. So, you know, that's what I do. Oh, thanks for the engagement. I appreciate you guys on Facebook. I see the viewers. So now let's go ahead and hello. Thanks for joining, guys. I'm so sorry I couldn't see your responses. If you join me on YouTube, though, I'll make sure to pin them and chat with you. Hi, Latasha. Happy Sunday. Hey, Nicole. Happy Sunday. Hi, Kenosha or Kanasha. Let me know if I'm pronouncing it correctly. I think it's Kenosha, but you correct me. And happy Sunday. Yes, you know, I'm really excited by my self-care. I love taking care of myself. How are you ladies doing today? I'm going to drop the YouTube link so you can join us on YouTube so I can see you. see your comments as I'm going through this Soft Girl Sunday event. Hold on. And happy Sunday, MJ, if I didn't already say it. Let's see. Hold on. Where are you? Okay, there we go. Okay. Oh, wrong platform. Look, I'm over here trying to type it on the YouTube. There you go, guys. So that is my YouTube channel right now. If you guys want to join, you're more than welcome. And we're about to talk about Soft Girl Sunday. So Soft Girl Sunday is an event that I created, and it's dedicated to supporting and uplifting women. The inspiration behind the event was simply that, I was finding a lot of women who were not really able to have that safe space, even though they're in many environments where they quote unquote should feel safe or should be able to feel vulnerable, but that's not necessarily the case. And in a lot of instances, I think because of the way that we were brought up as women, not all of us, but a lot of women, we just suffer silently and we just tell ourselves that it's fine, we'll get through it as long as everybody else is okay. And I've seen that on so many different women from so many different walks of life. I've seen it on mothers who are, single mothers doing things by themselves that need that support, need that encouragement, but they still continue to just suck it up and make it happen. And they don't, cry out for help like they should be able to. I've seen it in wives who are wives without children and wives with children, where they're not really feeling loved on, they're not really feeling supported, they don't feel comfortable being soft. And instead of just finding that space for themselves, whether it be in another relationship, whether it be by themselves, or whether it be with their sisters, they just suffer silently because the fear of being vulnerable is louder than the fear of, I want to say being alone, because being alone is not a negative thing, but I would say of having your needs unmet. The fear of being vulnerable is louder than having your needs unmet as a woman. For a lot of women, that is the reality. So I would rather live this life that is draining me, that is pulling me down, that is clipping my wings, than to be loud and express that I need help and I want to be loved on and I want to feel safe. So many people suffer in silence and so many women suffer in silence. And the reason why it's called Soft Girl Sunday is because I feel like there's just not enough support out here in our communities to help uplift women and help them as they're doing what they're doing. Whether they're a woman that has a partner, family, or they're a woman that doesn't, there's so many changes that we endure as women with our bodies, emotionally, mentally. And a lot of times we don't get the adequate support and encouragement. And depending on how you grow up, where you grow up, what school you go to, we also don't receive adequate education on what it will take to be a woman physically, emotionally, intellectually. There's a lot of things that come with that role, and we don't get that education at an early age. So if you're not getting that at an early age, or you're only getting it at home, but when you go out into society, it's a different lesson that you're learning. These things can contribute to having negative or traumatic experiences. They may not be the reason for them, but they can help to contribute towards them on your journey to womanhood or your journey as a woman. Hello, thanks for joining. Happy Sunday. And so I just wanted to make a space where we could be safe. And unfortunately, because of the trauma that we have experienced as women, you do have some women that reenact that trauma onto other women and they're not aware of it. And some of them are aware of it and they're okay with it. But because we have that, that's another reason why women are scared to be vulnerable. You don't know who to trust. You don't know if this is a safe space or this space where you're going to smile in front of me and then go talk about me instead of just coming to me directly, or instead of giving me some level of resources to help me elevate or level up. You get a lot of people who do that. And that's not just women, that's people in general. Instead of offering a helping hand or giving a resource or providing something that could help me level up, you would rather talk about me or take advantage of me being vulnerable in this moment. And so because of that, I really just wanted to create a space where we could just be safe. And that's really what we do. That's what we're about. And so, Soft Girl Sunday is a place for women to come. We can connect. We can laugh together. We can cry together. We can talk about things that are going on in our life. We can celebrate wins that we have going on. Everybody can feel good. You can feel like you're in a space where everybody wants to see everybody win. Hey, happy Sunday. Welcome. And that's what Soft Girl Sunday is about. On top of it being about that, the entry level tickets to Soft Girl Sunday are free. So we're going to do our best. My goal is to at least be able to give out 200 gift bags by the end of this year to women. Oh, it's Monday. Where are you watching from? Thanks for letting me know. Happy Monday. It's Sunday here. I'm in the US. I'm in Texas. So, we're going to be giving out at least 200 gift bags. That's my goal. I really want us to reach at least 200 women and provide them with a free gift to take home. I know it may not instantly change their life overnight. I know it may not be $1 million, but I know that it can make a difference for a woman who's just going through it and needs a day to relax and needs a shoulder, to lean on. And that's what it's about. It's about creating a space for women and reminding them that we see you, we appreciate you, we love you, and if you need support, there's a network of people who can support you in different ways. And it doesn't always have to be paid ways. Like, for example, if you need help with debt elimination and you're struggling, there's a free debt elimination class through a financial consultant in our directory. If you need help with your finances and you don't know where to start, we got a free financial checklist from another financial consultant and wellness coach, wealth coach in our directory. If you just need a community to come laugh and inspire you to travel, even though you can't yet, we got 2 travel communities dedicated to that, from professional travel advisors and vacation planners. And it costs $0 to be a part of it. You don't have to pay anything. So even though things do cost and investment is required in certain areas of your life, or eventually that you get to a point where you need to invest. Nepal. Oh, well, thanks for watching from Nepal. We've had so many different people coming on. I love that. Let me know. Are you a small business owner? Are you a small business shopper? Or did you just find the stream on YouTube while you were scrolling through your stuff? Um, but yeah, that's what Soft Girl Sunday is about, guys. So if you're someone that wants to donate to this event, we do have a donations page and it's attached to our website. Again, all of our events are funded through us, Boss Babe blog. And we are going to get to the point where we will have those business grants coming in so we can have even more funding for our projects. But these are projects that are funded, created, produced through Boss Babe blog. And it takes a lot of energy, a lot of work, a lot of hours, and sometimes a lot of hands to make sure that each production is wonderful and we provide something of value for the people that are coming through the doors. Now, sometimes we do have paid events where people can purchase a meal or purchase a bundle or a product. And we leave it that way because a lot of our guests do like to shop and spend money. So we like to have those options. And some of our other guests do like to shop and spend money too, but they can't do that every time. Or maybe they're going through it, or maybe they're just trying to see what's available in their community. And this is where I wanted to create that space for women to come and be celebrated. So it's going to be in Plano, Texas. We're doing it at Sugaring LA. And in the process of this event, we're going to have a live DJ. We're going to have some snacks and refreshments that are complimentary. We're going to have different self-care themes. Like, for example, in February, we're going to be talking about how to love on you better. Even though February is Valentine's Day, we're going to be dressed up. It's a Galentine's Day event. Whether you're single or you're in a relationship, there's always ways that we can be pouring into ourselves better as women. And that's what this event is going to be about. It's about having your own identity outside of the things that are going on in your life, because we carry so many hats and it's very easy to mesh those hats into that being our only identity. And it might be a part of your identity or a part of your story, but we all have our own individual identity. And when you tap into that as a woman, your confidence increases and you're able to love on yourself better when you're going through things. And so that's kind of what the Soft Girl Sunday February event is about. It's about celebrating ourselves. It's about tapping into us. It's about how to take care of ourselves on a better level. These are the conversations that we're going to be having at this event. So again, if you would like to donate to it, the link is attached to this live. You can go click on it, donate to our event. Every event we do a huge box that, again, we provide ourselves, and we have sponsors who will add items to this box. So the last box that we did, we had MJ. She added a beautiful Know Your Worth sweatshirt it said Know Your Worth plus add tax. And it was gifted to one of the women at the event. So at this upcoming event, we're going to do the same thing. So this event, the Soft Girl Sunday Care Package is what it's called, and sometimes it has skincare products in it, hair care products, you know, body adornment products, press-on nails, jewelry, apparel. Now, because we don't know who's going to win it, the apparel will range. Sometimes we'll do size petite or small or large, medium. Sometimes we'll do 1X, 2X, 3X because we don't know who's going to win it. And the sponsors are really the ones that determine what size they want to send. But when it comes to the accessories, the jewelry, the skincare, the self-care, all of those items are one size fits all. So, we have that box. And then at the end of the event, we raffle it off. Every person that registered will receive a heart. And this heart is going to be basically represent the message that you want to share with the audience. And so on the heart for February, we're going to be writing ways that you can love on yourself better, ways you can take care of yourself better, ways you can prioritize yourself better. Each person is going to share one way, and then we're going to put it inside of the box, and then we're going to shake the box up, and then we're going to see who won. And once we select it, we're going to read everyone's, but we are also going to go through and read all of the positive messages from each person to the audience because it's just so uplifting. We also have motivational speakers that will be joining us that all have their own personal obstacles that they have had to overcome and their own labels that they wear. For example, one of our motivational speakers is Shay Creighton. Some of you may know her as the founder of Kisses by Monique. She is a verified business listed in our directory. And Shay Creighton provides plus size apparel for women. She provides accessories for women, handbags, jewelry, sometimes hair accessories, press on nails. And then she also provides a select petite selection as well, workout items. Like she has a lot of stylish pieces for women. So she's actually a mom. She's a working mom. She's a stay-at-home mom. She is an educator now because she teaches her children and homeschools them. I don't know if it's partially for 100%, but she does that, and that is a huge role to wear. All of those are huge roles to wear. She's a wife. She's a sister. She has created events to give back to her community, support her community. She has sponsored and styled me for multiple Dospe blog events. Even on her own event, she gave away gift bags just to say thank you to the collaborators that came out for her KBM photo shoot. So, she's someone who definitely loves to give back to women and do things to make them feel fun, make them feel sexy. And that's what Kisses by Monique is about. So if you are someone who enjoys that mission, you may be interested in hearing what she has to say about self-love, about taking care of yourself as a woman. And then we have another guest speaker, KeTohn's. KeTohn's is another verified business owner listed in our directory. She has a shoe boutique called Bougie Steps Boutique. She also is an author. She has a book that talks about knowing your worth and how she discovered her own worth. Kenitra is a domestic abuse awareness advocate. And the reason why is because she is a domestic abuse survivor. And she talks about the experience that she went through and the journey to discovering her worth and also motherhood and, learning how to navigate womanhood through these different obstacles and these different eras of her life. So a lot of her events are dedicated to domestic awareness. And one of the beautiful things about Kenitra's story that I just love to revisit every time is how even though she went through domestic abuse, she experienced domestic abuse, she survived domestic abuse, and a lot of times people don't talk about the after effect. There's two things people don't talk about a lot when it comes to any kind of abuse: verbal, emotional, physical, mental. They don't talk about the aspects. The first one is how easily people can be tricked into thinking that they're in a safe environment, because a lot of abusers are either A, unaware that they are exhibiting abusive behaviors because this is a learned behavior of their life, or B, have been practicing for years and years on how to normalize very unnormal behaviors and how to groom someone. And sometimes the grooming process is hard to detect depending on who is doing it, because it doesn't start off at the same stage. So you might have experienced a negative or abusive relationship with someone, and in that relationship, the grooming process started at telling you, hey, I don't like when you go out with your friends. It makes me feel weird. And that was their start to the grooming process. They say things like, I just want you all to myself. And then they start to become a little bit more aggressive about that message. But in another relationship with an abuser, they don't get as aggressive. They just give passive aggressiveness. You know, ooh, you sure do go out a lot. Hope you're going to be able to manage that in a relationship. Ooh, hope you love me. Because I don't know. If you don't love me, then it will be clear why you're going out so much. It's passive aggressive conversation. Grooming process looks different depending on who the abuser is and how long they've been doing this. And sometimes there is no quote unquote grooming process. It's just, I'm going to be, I'm going to gaslight you. I'm going to love bomb you. I'm going to make you feel like everything is going so well. I'm going to be that perfect person until I get you safe. And when you're safe, that's when I'm going to take advantage of your vulnerability. And so we don't talk about how easy it is for people who are beautiful, wonderful, soft, loving, confident people to end up in a situation with someone who is unhealthy. And I say people because domestic abuse can happen to men and it can happen to women. And Kenitra talks about that a lot. But obviously, when it happens to men, sometimes people say, well, how can that happen? Or, how is this possible? It's possible for anyone. And that's the problem, is that domestic abuse does not have a specific face. It can happen to anyone, and people don't recognize that or acknowledge it. And so that's why they say things like, oh, well, it couldn't be me. But it very well could, if you're working with somebody who knows what they're doing and been doing it for years. So that's the first side of domestic abuse that we don't acknowledge enough. And if we did, we would probably help people. We would prevent people from dealing with those relationships. But instead, we focus on shaming who it's happened to, or talking about how it couldn't happen to us. When in reality, these are professional liars. These are people who will be with you for years and then flip on you, switch on you like that. These are people who have trained for this, who've spent their life doing this to people, who have refined their practice over the years. You know how people practice to get better at being a better person? You have people who have practiced to get better at being a manipulative and hurtful person. So, just like any profession, when you know how to do your job well, you're going to deliver. And I don't think people acknowledge that enough. So, that's the first side of domestic abuse. The second side that people don't acknowledge, and I don't think they talk about enough, is the after effects of an abusive relationship. Whether it was verbally abusive, emotionally abusive, physically abusive, financially abusive, they don't talk about the after effects. If you're a woman or a man who has experienced a financially abusive relationship where your partner pretended to be your support system and then started to abuse the finances or abuse their power, you don't look at relationships the same for a long time. You can't go into a relationship trusting that you're going to be okay. You probably got secret bank accounts on top of secret bank accounts because you've experienced someone who was financially abusive. If you were in a physically abusive relationship, you don't experience physical touch the same for a long time for some people. And this is why when greeting people or speaking to people, I'm very aware of what they seem to be comfortable with and what they're not. And I also ask, because a person who's been in a physically abusive relationship may not be open to wanting to give hugs or be lovey-dovey or touched on like that. Or they have to grow to that. Like in the beginning, there's flinches, there's feeling uncomfortable, there's this, I don't know about this. As you start to develop a relationship with them and they know that this is a safe space, then that changes. And I've seen this in women. I've seen it in them. So we don't talk about the after effects of it. And so why Kanitra's story is so inspiring to me is because she's someone who survived domestic abuse, but also experienced those intrusive thoughts that people experience of like, you know, you're not worth it, or you're not worth going for your dreams, or, not that specific verbiage, but the verbiage of what you care about is not important, because that's what a abuser tries to put into your head to make you feel less than, so that they can feel better about themselves and they can keep you in an insecure space so they can have somebody that's not as good as them in many situations. And so that's their goal. And when they do that, they feel like they've succeeded. And so for her to be able to push past and work through those intrusive thoughts of people telling her that she's not going to be successful, or nobody wants to hear what she has to share, or, to work through those thoughts and still continue to pursue her dreams, I think that's such a beautiful thing. And it's such inspiration for women out there who have gone through abusive relationships. It's for anyone who's gone through an abusive relationship, but it's Soft Girl Sunday, since it is going to be about women. I think it's wonderful to see an example of that, of how you can push through it and still pursue your dreams. And whether she knows it or not, she has touched other people's lives in so many positive ways that had she listened to those intrusive thoughts and gave up on her dreams, she would have never been able to do that. And so, that's one of the reasons why I find her story to be so inspiring. so beautiful because you just don't know who you're touching. You don't know who you're affecting. You don't know what somebody went through that week or that day. You don't know what they're going through in their personal life. And so every opportunity that we are met with another individual, we have an opportunity to make someone smile and to bring love to their heart. And you never know. That love, that smile could be the thing that keeps them on this earth. And they could have been one walk away from leaving by choice. And so that is why it's really important that we have events like this that are dedicated to uplifting our women. Hi, Nicole. Thanks for joining. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. And great job on your live. You did such a great job. It was so much fun. I did invite some people to go watch, so they'll be watching the replay. And then you probably had a few people watching live too from Boss Babe Blog. Actually, this is Nicole's top from JC Fashion Finds. We've already sold 3 or 2, and she's sponsored one for our Soft Girl Sunday event. We only have 2 3Xs and 1 2X left, so you can shop that on my website. But yeah, so that's kind of what Soft Girl Sunday is about. And that's a little bit about one of our speakers, Kanitra. We will also have a speech coming from the owner of Sugaring LA, the location where we're hosting the event. And her name is Osei. So she's just going to introduce herself, share a little bit about what they do and, how they like to host events and things for the community, and talk about her events that she might have upcoming for entrepreneurs that need some opportunities or want to network, as well as share the services that they provide for women. So there you have it. I will also be a motivational speaker for this event at the last Soft Girl Sunday. And I'll talk about this a little bit in my upcoming interview, but it was very emotional. We had such a great time. We had laughs, music, snacks, food, people uplifting one another, a selfie station. But it was very emotional during my speech because I was talking about a beautiful woman that was supposed to be a vendor for our event. And she was also someone that I really cared about in my life because she was just so sweet and loving. And unfortunately, she passed. And I was talking about this because in the process of her passing, the question that I was asking myself was, has she focused more on her health or taken care of herself more? Would she still be here today? And unfortunately, this is the story for a lot of women. And they don't always get the opportunity to hear this message. So anyone who's alive and hearing this message, you're hearing this message. But a lot of women run themselves down, taking care of their community, their family, their children, their partners, and they stress themselves to the point of no return. And when they do, sometimes it's too late. And that's not to project that message onto her story, but it is to say, we have to make sure we're prioritizing ourselves and we're loving on ourselves, even through the stressful moments, because there is no second body. There is no second mind. You get one life and no day is promised. So every day should be dedicated to doing something that uplifts you or moves you closer to your passion and your purpose. And if it's not doing that, then it is not meant for you because it doesn't align with who you are. And so, just reminders of taking care of yourself, loving on the people who love on you, pouring into the people who pour into you. And this is more so for people who have that strong woman in their life who is, putting everything on their back. Start to unload that bag, take things off of her plate, because we do a lot to uplift our community and to take care of our families. And we have done that historically. And the stress and the pressures that come with doing that while also trying to maintain your career, your dreams, it can sometimes be a lot. And unfortunately, even though the stereotype is that women are supposed to be emotional and vulnerable and soft and stuff, there's not a lot of safe spaces for some women to do that. Sometimes they don't feel like there's a soft space for them to be vulnerable. Sometimes they don't feel like their relationship is a safe space for them to say, hey, I'm feeling hurt, or I'm feeling tired, or I'm feeling down, or I need you, or I need your support. They don't feel safe to do that because when they've done that, they have been burned. And then when they're burned, they're blamed for being burned. And that's a whole nother conversation for another day. But because of that, you have now resulted in women who are carrying a mask and they are hardened to the exterior, when they are interacting with other women or other people, because life has shown them that it is not safe to be soft. And I want to break that. I want to be a part of the change. I'm not here to talk about all of the reasons for why that has happened, but we can. But I also want to be a part of the solution. And that's where we lose a lot of people. We love to talk about the problem. We love to ignore the problem. We love to dismiss people's emotions and people's experiences around the problem. But we rarely put our hands up and say, how can I help? How can I be a part of the solution? And sometimes that's because we have our own personal opinions, or because we don't agree with the message, or because we don't want to acknowledge that the problem is there. Even if you can't see the problem, if someone is expressing to you that there is a problem taking place, ask yourself, how can you be of service? And if it's not something that's hurting you, try to be of service and see if you're able to experience and understand on a deeper level what the problem was, because usually throughout time it will unravel. So this is my way to give back and be a part of the solution of how we can uplift one another as women and provide positivity for each other. Come to a space where you don't have to worry about a woman talking down on you or having something to say about your appearance or making fun of you. This is a place where a woman is coming to uplift you and help you. You know, if something's wrong with your dress, she's going to say, hey, let me fix this for you. If you have a stain somewhere, hey, let me wipe that off for you. You know, if you're going through some changes hormonally, hey, let me give you some stuff that helped me. Just more helpers, more supporters. We have too many people coming to give their commentary and their 2 cents and no help and no support whatsoever. And so that's what this space is about. It's about being the opposite, and it's about creating that safe space for women to come and thrive. So we do have sponsors and people who have donated to the event, and I'm looking forward to announcing them at our upcoming event. We also have vendors that will be coming out as well. Thank you. Oh, you're very welcome, Nicole. I appreciate you. And I had such a great time watching. It was super fun. And you have so many like bold and fun stuff. So I really just love that. Hi, thanks for joining. Happy Sunday. How are you doing today? Feel free to let me know how you found us. Um, but yeah, so that's what Soft Girl Sunday is about. And if anybody's watching and I already know you, you might have to drop your name in the comments, because your profiles sometimes look a little different. So profile page or profile name will look different than what your actual name is. And for that reason, I don't always recognize the names, but I try my best. So let me go back to this live. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to get to these comments. Thanks for the likes, guys. I appreciate you all. Thank you. Thank you so much. Come on in. Happy Sunday. Okay, guys, it's time for me to read the statistics from Sunday. So first off, I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone who has supported Boss Babe Blog on any level, whether you are a viewer, whether you're a reader, whether you're a shopper, whether you're a donor, whether you're a patron, whether you're a member of our communities online, in person. But thank you so much for your support. We have officially reached, for the month of January, it's a new month now, but in January, we reached 6,600 views to our YouTube channel alone. So that's not even including like our all-time records. So 6,600 views, that's a lot. And then we also surpassed 143 subscribers. So once we reach 200 subscribers, one person is getting a free professional website. If you want more information on that, subscribe to our YouTube channel, because we create posts to keep everybody updated. So the post will share all the information, but we will be giving away a free website to one person soon. So shout out to you guys. I appreciate you all. Love you all. I hope you have a wonderful Sunday. Continue to take care of yourself. And let's go ahead and end this self-care routine now that we've talked about Soft Girl Sunday. So my eye patches went down a little lower than what they're supposed to. I usually try to lay down when I'm doing them, but we do what we can. We work where we can. So the next product that I'm using to end off the self-care routine is going to be the Juicy Malungi Matcha Green Tea with Hyaluronic Acid Eye Cream. So this comes in a jar. Less really is more. I've been using this for weeks now, and probably over a month, and you see how much I have left. So I don't use a lot. They tell you shouldn't use your hands to double dip because of, you don't want to spread bacteria to your skincare products. So I really shouldn't be doing this, but I'm just going to tell y'all, just so you know, but I'm using my hand. But there is a wand that you can use when applying your eye care, and you can do that. And you don't even need this much. I'm being a little greedy, but I'm going to rub it around here. And you got to make sure you rub it in good. Like really make sure the ingredients go in. You can do it in an upward motion. I tend to get all around my eye area. Now, because this clearly has hyaluronic acid and other key powerful ingredients, you got to be careful. You don't want to get anything in your eyes. And I don't know if a lot of people do it like this, but I just like to get the top of my eyelids so that this part is nice and tightened too. And it's not dark. And just a little bit, just like one layer. And then I leave it alone. And now I'm going to get this part. So this is the eye cream. And when I tell you this stuff is amazing, it is worth every penny. From Juicy Malungi Cosmetics, aka www.jusy.us. Juicy.us. Okay. So I love her skincare products. She has skincare products with natural ingredients. I'm using 3 of them on this routine today. I also use a serum if you're noticing my skin glowing. I had 3 serums today. You can replay to see all of them. But this one is her chamomile and niacinamide serum. Love it. I mean serum. I said serum. So I'm going to keep moisturizing myself right here. I like to rub all of that in. Don't miss any of it. Try to be gentle. I'm not the best, but I try to be gentle with my eyes, y'all. And you could do like a little massage on your eyes. It's better when you have a little more moisture on there. You know what I mean? Hello, I'm good. Happy Sunday. How are you? Oh, baby. Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm not anybody's baby. I'm a boss babe, though. You could go to Boss Babe blog if you want to learn all about that. Oh, Lord. Okay. So here we go, guys. This is how I massage the skincare products. And then try to get my forehead, too, when I'm doing my skincare routine. Just like that. This is the final result. Excuse me. I need some water. And now we're going to go ahead and move to the shea butter. So thank you. Doing well. So this is the shea aloe butter with colloidal oat. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you. MJ. Oh God. I know MJ's there when I see those emojis. So I appreciate that. Thank you. Vimal, I appreciate you. Or Vimal, and hopefully I pronounced your name correctly. And then this is, like I said, shea aloe body butter with colloidal oat lotion. So it provides intense hydration, suitable for dry and flaky skin, can help soothe sensitive or irritated skin like eczema or psoriasis. And then apply to cleanse damp skin and massage gently with fingertips. Ingredients: sweet almond oil, shea butter, aloe vera gel, vitamin E, bergamot, so many different things. Where am I from? BossBabeBlog.com. You can head there yourself. Ooh. Okay, so I'm applying this on my skin. And this is, I'm from BossBabeBlog.com. It's listed on here. It's a small business directory dedicated to sharing and circulating group economics within the small business community, providing solutions for U.S. shoppers from brands that are in the based out of the U.S. and based national as well. Okay. Here we go, guys. I'm pretty much done with the routine. Ooh, Lord. And this is what my skincare routine looks like, guys, after I finish. Like I said, these are natural ingredients that I'm using, a lot of them. And then I made the scrub myself from the hibiscus flowers. I don't know where I set the scrub down. I was going to show it to y'all one more time so you can see what the hibiscus scrub looks like. But I don't know where I set it, so that's okay. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay. So now that I've shared all of the information about Soft Girl Sunday, I talked a little bit about why we decided to create this event. And I hope that everyone gets an opportunity to go and either attend, or even if you agree with the event and the mission, donate. Donate to the mission, because whether it's $1, $2, anything will help. It's all going towards creating an event that is about uplifting women in our community, helping women grow, helping women thrive, creating a safe space for them. Um, we often talk about the problem, like I said, but let's talk about the solution. And the solution, yes, this is my shop. And yes, thank you. Thank you very much, Nicole. I appreciate you. Not professional boomerang. Am I married? Um, I am married to Boss Bay Blog. To Boss Bay Blog. That is my marriage right now. Yes, yes, it is currently my everything. You're packaging in order as we speak. Oh wow. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, Charlie. Okay. What order are you packaging? I'm curious. Is it from your live? Is it apparel or is it jewelry? Y'all really cracking me up. Lamal, you're cracking me up too. Um, you really are. And happy Sunday to you, Charlie. Let me know, Nicole, what are you packaging? So yeah, but that's Soft Girl Sunday, guys. So if you guys have any questions about the event, if you want to learn more, don't be afraid to ask. Hello, hello. Thanks for joining. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday 7. But don't be afraid to ask. Oh, okay. Okay. If you hadn't got married, you would have, I would have married you. Wow. Okay. Okay. That is very unfortunate to your partner that that you would say that out loud on a live platform. Oh Lord, my heart goes out to her. Absolutely. Like I was saying, yeah, please. So this goes back to Soft Girl Sunday. You know, we give our all to people. We give our all to people. We love on them. We care about them, our community, and in some cases we do find people who do love us and appreciate us, and in some cases we don't feel appreciated as women. And so I want to create a space where you can come and feel appreciated, because can you imagine the feeling of being with a person and then them publicly saying out loud to the world that they weren't married, they'd be with somebody else. Oh, I mean, I guess it depends on your personality and who you are, but I know for me, um it's a scary thing to be committed to a person and not have the same loyalty back onto you. I wouldn't be able. That's the scary part about relationships and love. There are beautiful people out here in this world, but it's very important that we uplift our women, and that's what I'm going to say about that. Let's see. It's not from my live. What you got going on? It's not from my live. It was from one of my posts. The African print bundle had 2 tops and the kaftan. They are getting a free pair of wooden Black Girl Magic earrings. Wow. Wow. Okay. That's exciting. And then also, I saw that you gave away a free pair of Valentine's Day socks on your live. That was wonderful. That was wonderful. Anybody else doing any special promos? Got any special products for either Valentine's Day or for let me see, what's the other one? Black History Month. Anybody? Let me know in the comments. By the way, Nicole is who I was talking about earlier, the founder of JC Fashion Finds Boutique. So she actually provides apparel. She provides some accessories, complimentary sometimes to her clients, and you can go shop her website. No, Vamal, I haven't, and I'm not going. Unfortunately, no, we won't be going. No, not. If we do, it won't be with the likes of you, Vamal. No, thank you. I appreciate you for asking, but no. The answer is no before you ask the question, my dear. All right. What you got, NJ? We have Black History T-shirt designs on our site. Okay, nice, nice. Okay. So, oh yeah, we did talk about that. She has Black History t-shirts. I think one of them is dedicated to Black King, and then another one's dedicated to Black Queen. Baby, it's Sunday. Like, can we, you know? uh, it is Sunday. I mean, I don't know what day it is in other parts of the world, but it is Sunday here. Hold on, let me get this echo off. Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys for liking me on Facebook. I appreciate you. If you want your comments to be seen, you can head over to YouTube. Feel free to drop your websites if you want. All the business owners, if I have any business owners in my directory that are on this stream, I will make sure to let you guys know, because we do have verified business owners so that you can shop safely. So I can tell you which ones they are. For example, Nicole, she is a verified business owner, the one laughing in the comments right now. MJ is also another verified business owner, the person talking about the Black History t-shirts on her site. So yeah, I'm just giving everybody the space to share any Black History or Valentine's Day events that they had going on before we get ready to end our live. And I hope that you guys enjoyed my skincare or self-care routine. I try to do my skincare routine every night after I get out the shower, when my skin has like softened and, steamed a little bit from the shower. But I also try to practice doing them in the morning too. So morning and nighttime routine. Obviously, what you put on your skin will be different depending on both, because some products are best to be used at nighttime when they can seep into your skin while you're not moving around too much, and other products are best to be used during daytime. And the most important item that I did not add to this live is sunscreen. So if you need natural sunscreen that doesn't have as many chemicals or any chemicals, you can head over to Juicy Malungi Cosmetics. You can go to a shop, your local shop, wherever, but get you some sunscreen. You got chemical sunscreen, and then you got natural mineral sunscreen. Excuse me. Mineral sunscreen is the sunscreen that it sits on top of your skin. So it's just going to sit on top of your skin to protect your skin. It sometimes has that whitish kind of like pigment to it, not always. You could also request that people make them with a brown pigment, so that if you have like, um, melanated skin, it won't look as white and chalky on you. And then even if you just have tan skin, it won't look as white and chalky. So that is an option. But I prefer mineral, because the chemical sunscreen, depending on who's making the sunscreen, has a lot of different chemicals, and it doesn't sit on top of your skin. It just goes straight into it, like it absorbs your skin. So if you're someone that's trying to find cleaner ways to take care of your skin, then that's what you want to do. And then let's see. Um, mm, what we got? What we got? Oh yes, I know. I need that shirt too. It was really cute. Her African. It was a Black History shirt, and it was like a picture of Africa almost. So that was really cute, really beautiful. All right. Well, I hope that I've been able to take the time to provide just a little bit of information and insight on what Soft Girl Sunday is about. I hope that any women out there, if you're in the North Texas area and you're thinking about coming to our event, are able to just come out and join us and have a good time. I hope that even if you can't join us, bye. Thank you for joining. Happy Sunday. Um, I hope that even if you are unable to join us, that if you are someone who needs uplifting, take care of yourself. Most importantly, make sure, hello, most importantly, make sure that you do your best to pour into the people who pour into you. That's really what I want to focus on. I want to create a safe space for women to feel good. I want to uplift and empower women. I want to give back to our community so that we can be giving support systems. That's what's important. That's what I want to do. So if you're a part of that, or you want to be a part of that, you can donate to our mission. The link is attached to our video. And meet us again in our next live, where we do another KeTohn's Self-Care Corner, where we talk about self-care conversations, and I might share upcoming self-care events as well. So thank you all so much, and you have a wonderful rest of your evening. And I hope you enjoyed our self-care corner, and I'll see you guys again soon. Bye-bye. Yes, black is beautiful. Thank you. Beautiful message.